Fake clap.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Afro Taku live stream. We're back from our break to give you more chapter reviews, great moments in anime history, and other anime shit to talk about. I'm MGG, and I'm joined here by my other host.
Hey everybody, it's Player Five.
And let's kick it off. I mean, without further ado, we can jump straight into our My Hero Academia review. As a disclaimer, as I always give for these things, if you don't want to be spoiled for My Hero, I don't know, you're anime only or whatever, you probably want to mute us or just, hop off the stream for like 10 minutes and come back because we will be spoiling shit.
Absolutely.
What's up, Silent Blaze?
What's
Um,
up?
so My Hero Academia, I don't remember what the chapter number is, but
292? 292, yeah.
okay, 292. I'm just gonna do a rough overview by memory.
Sure, go for it.
Best Genius was doing some shit. He popped up, showed us that he's better than most of the pro heroes we've seen to date. Locking up Giganto Machina, doing some other shit. I think Tomura finally was able to give him a command. And then Giganto Machina broke out of that shit. Made the situation look a little hopeless. But then the big twist, big surprise,
I
my
hope.
nigga Mirio showed up at the end with his
Power.
motherfucking powers back, bro. With his powers back, giving hope to the heroes that maybe, just maybe, they can survive this shit. I was
Real
shocked.
nigga of the year.
I was shocked. This reveal might have saved this arc for me. Maybe I'm still disappointed with a lot of parts in this arc, but seeing Mirio back in action, I think is something everybody wanted to see, and it looks like from the Afro Taku podcast perspective, because we had this debate a while ago, Giganto Machina versus Mirio might happen. So we might actually be able to see what this nigga can do and how he fares up against this dude.
You know, I feel like it's not an overstatement to say my nigga Mirio getting his powers back saved 2020. You know what I'm saying?
MVP of the year? He's gonna get a
If he-
round two?
Will he get round? I think he could get round two of
He could be
MVP
a
of the year. Like,
nominee.
and this is why I want to get this nigga his clout. Like, my man really knocking out a nigga with just pure strength, bro.
Right.
Like, that's regular nigga strength, some Asta like strength. He knocking no moves out, bro. I got so much respect for this man, and he came through yelling power. I myself, a black man, have never been more hyped to see a white man yell power in my life. That's
I'm
all I
done.
gotta say.
All right, live stream over. No.
Hey, he came through
You
clutch.
gonna get the
But yes,
Hotep's mad, bro.
I'm sorry if the Hotep's not with Lemillion, I can't even fuck with him. I can't even fuck with you.
Hey,
Lemillion used to come
they
to
lock rock only, bro. On My Hero, they only read the lock rock chapters.
Yo, I feel like, yeah, if you're a Hotep only looking at Lock Rock, you gotta quit, bro. You gotta give it up.
All right.
We the black community trade Lock Rock for Lemillion.
Oh, hey, I second that. No, I second that, bro. Shoot, I might even give up Mirio with him for that, but that's tough. That's a tough one. But yeah, I mean, overall, like, thoughts on the chapter. I mean, it was pretty simple. Like, two big things. Genius, showing us that he's a hero, a real hero, and
Real.
this Mirio reveal at the end.
I mean, you know something, bro. I gotta point out a couple more things because, like, one, I'm just gonna reiterate what you already said.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Best Genius, he should not be in third. What Silent Blaze say? Third? No. Best Genius need to be number one, bro. He the
Numero
number one
uno.
hero. Yeah. So I'm gonna throw that out there. Two, old girl, Neji Ray. She definitely got blown the fuck up by a max power Dobby blast.
Yeah.
She's over with. I'm sorry. Like, if the world was only about being a good hero, she'd be good. But the truth is like, we already know part of her clout is that she a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
niggas already put her in commercials. It's over with, bro. Like her career done. It's
Yeah,
finito.
no, I strong feel you on that, and I forgot about that part, but I remember thinking when that happened, I was like, damn, this nigga Horikoshi is really trying to force Sun Eater to be the greatest hero out of them three niggas, bro. Because I was like,
Yo,
he took out all the niggas who like Sun Eater's power is cold, but he just never had the confidence to back that shit up. But it was like by basically eliminating Lemillion before we found the end of the chapter, and then now Nijire, I was like, so you just forcing Sun Eater to be the coldest hero out of that UA right now.
but you know the Sun Eater wasn't gonna get dropped in none of these situations because you know my boy low key the coldest.
That's what actually happened to him because he was with Fat Gum running Mount Lady, right?
Yeah, yeah. Shit, they back there because Giganto Machia ran.
That's
So they still back there, you know?
oh
Like,
okay. I guess that nigga just chilling. Maybe he'll pull up.
yeah, he ain't gonna pull out. That nigga scary.
my
He
question,
should pull out.
my question to you would be like, do you feel like these two uh appearances are really a game changer for winning this battle?
What two appearances? Because
So
you talking about
Vegeta's rolling
Vegeta's.
through. Yeah, it seemed like he was able to do something until the command obviously got executed.
No, I mean,
And
he
for
didn't break out. So
Lemillion.
I'm looking at the chapter. He didn't break out yet. He moving, but
Oh,
he
okay.
didn't break out yet because he was using all his power to hold them. He was like, "Damn, these no moves about to get me." And that's when dude came out. You know what I'm saying? And he hit him with the power. Had to knock them niggas out. I mean, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's over with. My boy Lemillion here. Run back out. That's your only option. Go home.
I mean,
Like
I think if it is a game changer, it will. I don't know if I think we might have had that debate like twice at this point, but where Mirio stands up against the pros, like if Lemillion
he's the
able
number
to
one
change
hero.
the tide like this, yeah, for sure, he's up.
He's the number one hero. Like, because if we think about it, based on what Lemillion did, the only niggas who even had something that we could kind of go against him was Endeavor, All Might, and then Hawks. But we seen them niggas. Like, it's not a mystery no more. Hawks, that nigga cold, but I'm sorry, give me Lemillion. I don't care how fast you are. Lemillion can teleport.
No, I feel you. And what a power play by Lemillion and Best Genius, because I feel like just at least if they were to re-rank, this would jump them up pretty high anyways. But I also am kind of mad at like, I mean, this it's based off popularity, so it's not like there's some person who's deciding who these people are. But at least from like a story vantage standpoint, I honestly think the only person, or like maybe the only story, if there's not going to be someone as strong as All Might that could truly make you feel confident in the number one, is a story like Best Genius and Lemillion. Like niggas who had like, for lack of a better word, shitty quirks, yeah, and turn them shits around into gold ass powers. Like this is something that distracts you from the gap that they have between All Might, right? Like Endeavor was somebody who already had a great power and just kind of like, you know, leveled that shit up as time went on. You're always going to compare him to All Might. But when I see Lemillion and Best Genius, I just go, oh, I'm just focused on what they did and what they're able to achieve. Yeah. And I'm not really thinking about like, oh, they not All Might. Like, look at what the two of them just did in these 5 seconds. They changed the morale of the... Yeah, they changed the morale of the landscape. They were able to hold down or fight things that pro heroes were struggling with. Like, he locked Giganto Machina down in a matter of seconds. And I guess Lemillion's about to take on some Nomu that was fucking Miracle low-key and some other motherfucking heroes. So, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I agree with everything you're saying on that. Yeah, hey, yeah, I agree. Like them niggas, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If I was in that world and I'm a regular ass nigga, which I'm assuming I am, these niggas would give me more hope than niggas like All Might. Because I will never look at All Might and be like, oh, that's me. That's like looking at Jordan and be like, yeah, if I keep hooping, that's gonna be me. Like, no, it ain't, nigga. Like, it's gonna be one nigga out of 7 billion is who it's gonna be.
Right.
But like these niggas, I'm like, yo, my quirk better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If they can get out there, I can get out there. I hope this shit, for the villain's sake, I hope this shit not on TV because it's over with. You just ruined your whole case, bro.
For real. But we know it's on TV because Dobby out here casting shit, streaming that shit live on Twitch. The whole
Hey,
business.
my man Silent Blaze, he said Hawks is more of a support hero. He may be fast, but he's not going to have that power. And I agree. Because the only nigga who got that power is my nigga Lemillion, bro. Came through punching niggas with regular gloves, bro.
See, and honestly, I can't even lie to you. Like, before this arc, I probably would have argued with you on that. But from seeing what I saw from Hawks, yeah, bro, that nigga ain't got no hands, bro. He really don't. He got burnt.
Think about it. Hawks got folded by Dobby, and like my man just came in and locked down Dobby, big homie. I'm forgetting his name right now. Yeah. He locked down their whole fucking crew. Like, bro, like,
see, and
what the fuck, Hawks?
The thing that still bothers the fuck out of me is it's Dobby though. Like, all of these, everybody in the League of Villains right now is out, unless we're gonna put it all on this like whatever 3-day or 3-month training arc with Giganto Machina. They're just regular niggas. Like, they don't have any special skills besides the fact that they have some dope quirks. But for what Dobby's able to do, he just incinerating niggas right now. And I'm just like, and he was about to kill Endeavor, which I'm also just like, nigga, what skills? Like, I would just assume that these pro heroes would have way more skills than just being able to get one-shotted by Dobby. But it seems like he's able to just take these niggas out easily.
These niggas are busters, bro.
That's disappointing as hell.
You know what would make hella sense, bro? If they had a spinoff series where you just at like the worst hero school in America. Oh. And you really get to see why niggas is that weak. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that nigga just like, bro, if that nigga power cold for real, just take one hit and hit the ground. What you gonna do?
Like, because I'm still wondering, like, we've seen all, like, you know, Deku's generation and kind of their battles and the other schools they've gone against. And I'm just like, these pro heroes, I'm assuming the niggas in the top echelon of heroes came from these cold-ass schools. Yet I'm consistently seeing them dropped by villains who literally just became villains like 6 months ago.
One of them is a 16-year-old schoolgirl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm just like shocked at how trash these motherfuckers
are. They're ass. Like, we got to assume that any cold hero are probably from UA, and most of the UA graduates probably go abroad just to, like, you know, spread out in the market. And like, so I'm assuming most of the niggas you see really come from like the hood nigga schools. Like, Lock Drop definitely graduated.
Right, bro.
From, right, the hood school you can think of. They were just giving niggas degrees, bro.
Hey, shout out to
bro, you a hero, dog. Yo, shout out.
But yeah, no, I'm just like, there's not much on this chapter. To me, it's just really just, I'm happy they're back, but I'm also surprised at how, I mean, it just says a lot that Best Jeanist and Lemillion are going to be the two heroes that basically turn this whole thing around. I just find that shocking. Not saying it's unbelievable, just shocking.
This is why I said a while ago, you might have to pull up the video evidence one day. I said niggas need to put respect on Best Jeanist. That nigga was able to react to All For One. You know what I'm saying? He saved everybody's life. He should have been goated from that point on. Number 2 hero. They put Hawks over this nigga. Like, Hawks really was over him. And that's crazy. I'll never understand it. This is a perfect example of niggas not knowing what the fuck they want. Everybody was following the hype. Yo, Hawks, he the new young nigga. Hey, Hawks this, Hawks that.
Started shit really at 18.
Yeah.
It's like Hawks was a fake come-up story almost. It just feels manufactured, bro. I'm still wondering where my boy Laundry Hero Wash is at, though.
He fucking bitches right now.
Oh, okay.
Because you know he a real one, bro. He a real one.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, maybe Lemillion, Best Jeanist, and Laundry Hero Wash are like the 3 heroes needed to fully turn this tide around. No pun intended.
You know what I think? Hey, you know his sidekick Tide Pod coming through.
Thanks.
You know, I feel like there has to be something we missing. I think there must be like a series of villains that are so bad that like even niggas like Lockrock can just knock their ass out, but
Right.
we just don't see them because we with the main characters. I don't understand it. How does this world exist
I, do,
with
I
this much ass hero?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, it literally, niggas were basically just doing this. They were like, hey, there's some shit going on in this city. And they would go like, all right, if I can't beat him in 5 seconds, I'm just going to let All Might handle him. Like, this is what I feel like is what happened. Like, if that nigga wasn't complete ass, All Might was taking the fall for it. Like, he was the one pulling up to handle that shit, which...
Cause I'm like, I can't see none of these niggas stopping Gigantomachia. Like one nigga, Best Genius, that's it. Everybody else really getting ran. And
Right.
it's like, yo, y'all was really that dependent on All Might. Like,
Yeah, he said other villains is trashed apparently. Yeah. I would ask this one question to like live streamers and to you though. Do you think that if Night Eye was alive in this moment, would this have executed any differently?
yeah,
Do you think they
yeah.
would struggle as much with this?
No, Night Eye, because think about it this way. Just think about the mission to go stop Chisaki. Imagine if Night Eye wasn't there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? One, it would have took months longer for them to find him. And then two, like they all probably would have died as soon as that nigga got to move in the walls. Everybody in there would have just been dead except Lemillion. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
it's like really his strats changed, made a huge difference. Like I think he'd have been like, "Y'all, we can't go in like this. If we go in like this, almost everybody gonna die." Endeavor soft as fuck, while Bunny bitch getting her fucking leg cut off. Endeavor over there walking down the stairs instead of fucking burning through the
Right.
building. Like, bro, because my nigga Night Eye was exposing niggas. He'd have been like, "Look, Endeavor, you ain't it, nigga. You ain't number one." We gonna wait. We gonna wait a couple more weeks until my nigga Lemillion good. Then we gonna go in this bitch with him leading the front, nigga.
Damn.
Oh, buster ass. But I'm done with Endeavor,
And
bro.
that Deku plot armor would have got them through the tough parts. Hey, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I think I'm ready to rate this chapter. I don't know about you.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I think overall, I would want to give it a lid off of what happened with Lumillion, but I would just say that I'm gonna give plus respect to that. At most, I'm gonna give this chapter a decent as hell plus. Why I can't give it a lit is just that while I'm happy that Best Genius and Lumillion showed up and did what they did, I just think it just goes to disrespect the whole hero society even more to me, which just bothers me because I just feel like from the power scaling side of my mind, I'm just like this. The powers in this fucking series is ass, bro. Like I just don't see where the strength is. Like I don't see the person that really game changes anything besides All Might and Deku, like the niggas with that power. So it's kind of becoming more like these two outside niggas were able to change the game, but it just makes me feel sad because I feel like I'm losing the variety of the show that I wanted because there were so many pro heroes. Like I was like, oh, it'd be dope to learn about all these niggas, but now knowing how ass they are, I'm like, I don't think I give a fuck to see what the nigga with the gun on his head does or what any of these motherfuckers who was teaching them does. They all seem kind of lame to me now.
I agree. I mean, I do like when niggas got small powers. Honestly, I wish they would pick one route or the other. Like either have everybody have small powers and maybe like Deku's super strength would have been strong enough. But now they making Deku super strong. So I'm like, this gap is getting bigger. Like technically Deku's gap is gonna be even bigger than All Might's gap.
Right.
And it's just like, well, if everybody asks, get rid of the secondary cast. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is Uraraka gonna do?
Exactly. It's like
Bakugo damn near at his limit unless this nigga starts slinging nukes. Like,
right.
it's over with.
And I'm like, if we're focusing on Deku's storyline, they just become more and more irrelevant because Deku as a main character, we have to give him challenges that fit his like aesthetic, power set, all that stuff. So if this nigga is All Might strong, everybody he fights is not even going, you know what I'm saying, will disrespect everyone else on the secondary cast because them niggas won't be able to keep up. Which is like, I hope that your theory ends up becoming true of like he can give these powers off to niggas so that maybe we get some balance in there. But right now it's just so off kilter. I'm just like, yo, bro, like, even so, let's say they survive this. Like, what the fuck is next? Like, I can't even imagine what's next. And then I'm like, all right, whatever's next is gonna be nasty big. And I don't know how the author is gonna finesse me to believe that these niggas can compete. Like,
yeah, I would say my rating on this chapter, I would be disrespectful to give any chapter that Lemillion graced with his presence
facts.
less than a lit. You know what I'm saying? So the whole chapter is really like decent to like decent trash, but like Lemillion really take it to lit.
Oh sure.
So I'm gonna give Lemillion a lit and everything else like decent trash.
I mean, it's so true though. Like I definitely that decent as hell rating is inflated by Lemillion like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Emperor Smoogle says everyone gotta die now. It's mandatory. Silent Blaze said Bakugo about to be a villain. He might realize he won't be number one and be
No,
number one villain. I think
no, sir.
Yeah.
I refuse. I that is, if he ever did that, became a villain, he's no longer Bakugo. Right. Bakugo whole thing is like, nigga, I'm not losing. I'm a winner.
I'm a dick hero.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm the dick hero. Bakugo, like, oh, I'd be so ashamed of that nigga. I'd be like, bro, you accepted defeat. You a loser now. You an Endeavor ass nigga. You gonna start beating your kids and shit, bro. I can't fuck with him.
Facts. And I would be hella disappointed in the author because I felt like he gave us that with the whole we kidnapped this nigga, and then it was such a great moment to see Bakugo say, fuck y'all. Like, that was totally unexpected for anybody who was like watching that. And for him to like go back and go like, yeah, now this nigga's a villain, I'd be like, that's so cheap. And it would just remind me of Naruto and not in a good way. Like, I'm leaving the village, Deku. All right.
Yo, Ant-Man just said, what happened to Edshot?
That nigga dead. Ain't he?
Yo!
He dead in my mind. I don't fucking know what the fuck he doing.
Bro, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this nigga Edshot? You should have been here bodying some niggas. He the nigga that could like shoot through everybody and just like one shot everybody?
I guess so.
Yeah, he like did that when they broke in to stop to save Bach.
Yeah,
he one shot everybody on the League of Villains. Yeah. I'm like, nigga, where is this nigga? Do the same thing. This is what happens when my nigga Night Eye died. Nobody think about using the smart fucking plans like Edge.
That's what I'm saying. Like, was Night Eye really the only strategist Japan had? Like, that's fucking trash. I really want to see what the planning table for this thing was like. So we just go head in at this location, go head in at this location, go head in at this location.
This is exactly what it was. Niggas was like, bro, Night Eye dead. Who was the last nigga that was on that team that made it? Oh, it was Lockrock. Yo, Lockrock, leave this
he stepped in like he was the one who made the plan, bro.
Like he was the nigga that saved the day. Lockrock stepped in that bitch like, all right, so this is what we gonna do. Got everybody murked, bro.
We took strategic planning at Hero DeVry. I remember this. Don't worry, I got y'all. Oh, you know that was my minor.
Right? My minor was busting into villain hideouts, bro. Hey, I gotta put respect on that nigga because there's no way to move up in this world unless you stick your foot in a door that you're not sure what's on the other side. But he definitely bit too much more than he could chew.
Just RIP, like Brock Lock. Like, I fucks with the voice actor. Shout out to black people getting more jobs in anime, but Rock Lock, the character, bro, he just wasn't the one, bro. I can't. He might get Goofy of the Year again.
Right? off the speculation that he might have prepped this plan that got everybody knocked the fuck out.
Facts. Silent Blaze said, Emperor Smoogle's Gaming said, haha, Endeavor ass nigga. Oh, Silent Blaze also said so he endeavored. Then I don't know what that was referring to, but I forgot.
I think it might have been about Bakugo. I don't know.
Oh, okay. And then that's good writing. I see what you mean. He pulled a wrong Wong in Marvel. He in the crib, Hero to Fry, LOL, Rock Lock, getting no love. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. I don't know if you new to the podcast, but I'll tell you, at this podcast, we don't show that nigga Lock Rock no love.
Zero
Zero.
degrees.
It's actually disrespectful to show that nigga love.
Right, you might get nominated for Goofy of the Year if you show him respect, bro.
Yep.
Also, just I gotta say it because Silent Blaze is on the stream. I just like fucking with him. Don't sleep on good head martial arts. On to the next chapter review. We got Black Clover. I don't remember what the chapter number was on this. I think it's like 270 something.
273.
273. So once again, spoiler alert, if you don't read Black Clover and you want to, if you are one of those people who just like, oh, I hate spoilers, you might just want to mute us for the next 10 or so minutes while we talk about this chapter. So kicking off the overview, I don't remember much of this. You want to do the overview of this one?
Yeah, sure. Basically, what happened was Nox and what's that boy Asta? No, okay. So it started with we back in the in the Spade Kingdom, and you find out that the Morris, who was like the head fucking scientist at the Diamond Kingdom that did all them fucked up experiments, he basically helped him. Got a new job. COVID hitting every nigga hard. You feel me?
He got to the Diamond. I mean, to
he brought what's his name, Dante, or fixing him up, said he gonna make him stronger than before. Good, because that nigga was soft. They show like they got some big ass demon nigga on ice. I don't really know who the fuck that is. They also showed a little ritual with Yami and whatever. Yeah, Vengeance. Tree nigga. Yeah. And then it basically go back to the fight with Asta and Noct. And Asta basically used his Demon Union for like half a second to copy fucking Dimension Slash and beat the fuck up.
1 second. I just gotta highlight what Panther Pope said because that shit was funny. A recession hit, a nigga might have to do something strange in the Spade Kingdom.
Right, bro. Motherfucker might have to go to the Spade Kingdom and start doing some weird shit. Yo, bro. Shit, I got demons, nigga. Check it out.
I'm dead. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No problem. That's funny as hell. But yeah, he do that shit. They basically training. Asta like, yo, I'm finished. I did the Devil Union, but Noctis like, yeah, nigga, well, you only held it for a second, so you gonna keep training. He left Demo Gello, his little demon, to let Asta keep training.
Just side note, Doc bogus as hell, bro. Because you'll probably touch on it, but what Guimelo said after that, I was like, nah, you a dirty nigga.
Yeah. He was like, bro, if that shit hit me, it's gonna kill me. Not don't get no fuck about these demons, bro.
Zero fucks, bro. He is a zero fucks given nigga. He's a perfect vice captain. He's like the perfect compliment to Yami's like, let's do whatever the fuck we want. He's just like, I'm on that with you, I'm gonna stay on that with you, and I don't give a fuck about what you feel or think about it.
And the only I guess I want to say like time he gave a fuck was, and I hated that they did this, where he gave Asta like a little speech like, I've been watching you forever, senpai. Like, I was like, man, this don't even seem like the knock we've been seeing. But shit, Asta slaying that big sword.
It would be funnier if he said after that. It'd be funny if he said after that, don't tell nobody I fucking said this bullshit to you or I kill you. Like, that would have been weird.
Yeah, if he just got like real aggressive with him, like, bro, I'll kill you.
But I felt like they was doing that on some, Asta friendship shit that's gonna happen later. Because we even got the flashback. I don't know why it reminded me of like the Psy shit that I felt like was never explored or explained. But you know how when Psy had joined the team, they had that little, it was either a flashback or it was something in the opening or ending about his like history with some other person that I guess was his brother or some shit.
Uh huh.
I felt like it just gave me vibes of that when I saw that little flashback thing.
Oh yeah, sigh ass nigga.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that too. But you know what was weird? You know, I'll just finish talking about it, then I'll get into the shit that I thought was weird.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, so after that, he leave Demogello with him, and then on like the last page, you see a new squad of basically captains and probably they vice captains. It looked like all the captains and probably some vice captains. And for some reason, that nigga Seke is there. I don't know why that nigga with them. He even look in the picture like, why y'all got me here, bro? Like,
because you need that comedic relief.
Yeah.
Hey, is he still the guard to the what you call
the
it?
king, Wizard King, or not the
like,
Wizard King, to the real king.
Yeah, they was probably hyping that nigga up. They was like, yeah, you know, we got to take the king's royal guard there. He one of the strongest niggas in
he's
the
the personal guard to the king.
Yeah.
You know, peasant bitches probably think this nigga got so much clout. Like, yeah,
bro, he's fucking for sure.
The king himself asked for me.
I'm telling you, bro. The 20 years later arc is gonna be like there's like 60 illegitimate kids just running around from this Seke nigga.
Yo, on God, he's the Sakura of Black Clover. Like the clout that other niggas will see on your paths will be like, yo, it's legendary Sakura. She punched that demon rabbit, but really weak as fuck. It's like, yo, that's Seke, that's the king's guard, bro.
Yeah, right?
But
hey,
he
bro,
really
he fought the Spade Kingdom with Yuno and Asta and all them niggas, and he like, really? Him?
Really? I thought all that nigga could make was a scooter. Like,
right?
Bro, it's him, it's Seke. Like,
see, but there's a lot of niggas like him in anime, and what I feel like no one's ever done. I know it's comedic relief, but honestly, if I was a character in this series, especially if I was a scientist ass nigga, I would be like, we need to extract the luck out of these niggas, because these niggas have the highest of luck. Like their luck is maxed out and then some, because they go to the most dangerous shit. Nothing happens to them consistently, and
they just come out. We good.
Hey, Simon Blade said water bearer and cup bearer for water boy and cup bearer for your boy Seke.
That's definitely what he doing. He definitely, the king probably be asking that nigga weird ass questions like, Seke, do you think the people love me? Yeah, king. Yeah. Like weird shit.
They both be goofy together, bro, because they both just hyping up themselves as the strongest in the kingdom, and they not.
Bro, this I'm just looking at like all the niggas that they showed that they brought with them. One, my boy Captain Fuegoleon. It's over with. Them niggas was beating up bitch niggas. Fuegoleon not going for none of the bullshit. Niggas getting down, bro. That's that. And then I don't know if you peep Dorothy with the drip, bro. She got a hat. It's over. Like
Dorothy my nigga always be looking crispy though.
Super crispy. I'm like, damn, she really stunning. Like Nozel got his front braid rebraided and shit. My nigga, even Real, he got a fade. You see that?
Oh yeah, Real is trying to out here get a woman, bro. That's his thing. Yeah. He cut his hair because he was like, his butler was like, hey, bro, that shit look goofy. Ain't nobody gonna want to fuck you with that hair, bro.
Like Real, you know why you ain't got no bitches? Like you a whole captain and still ain't got no bitches. You want to know why? You need a fade, nigga.
Right? Like, how did you feel about that little 5-second training arc with Yuno and Langris? Was that this chapter or the last one?
That was the last chapter. Yeah. And I was like, Langris, if you don't get your dumb ass out of here, boy, I'm like, you could have beat your ass a long time ago, nigga. Right? I'm like, you gonna train with this nigga and die? Fuck around. That nigga Langris coming up like he the big boss. Like, bro, you know the vice captain now, nigga. I'd like sit down, subordinate, watch who you talking to, homie. Right? That nigga, too nice. This is, not a real story of a nigga coming up from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, like, he really came up from rags, nigga, from nothing. And this bitch-ass nigga Langris, who been talking shit, he beneath me. I'm like, I got some words for you, bro.
I feel like felt his privilege from day one. He kind of knew. He was like, he looked at the other orphans, and he was like,
y'all niggas, bro.
Yeah, this not me. This not me. Even his clothes didn't look like orphan clothes. Like when him and Asa was doing shit, he still had a turtleneck. What orphan you seen with a goddamn turtleneck, bro?
Yo, right? He truly was like, "No, I'm not for this, bro."
I'm telling you, that Nub was looking at him. He's like, "This nigga's doing too much rich shit, bro. I don't know. He don't know his parents, but He's making turtlenecks from fucking fabric. He comes from somewhere else.
Yeah, shit. But I wonder who else they put in their little squad.
Yeah.
If you look at the picture, it's like a grip of niggas up there, but they only showing like.
It is. I put like a screenshot of it for the people. But I don't know who's next to I cut that part out. I forgot who the person on the. I guess that's the right. No, left of No, sorry, the right of I don't know who that is. But yeah, I mean that team looked swole. I'll add that. The thing that I'm disappointed in, I think there was two things in this chapter. So the part about what happened in the very beginning again? Because there was something that came to my mind.
In the very beginning, it was the Morris, the scientist from the Diamond Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Rebuilding Dante.
Yeah, so I'm like, I feel like if we didn't know before, they just keep seasoning the fact that Zeno is that nigga. I still was thinking it was gonna be Dante, but I think they're telling us like, no, Zeno is that nigga. So
yeah. He does, because bro, that's what I was saying. Because like I remember before I had caught up to the manga, y'all were telling me about like Dante and how he was the main nigga. You feel me? Yeah. But then when the anime came out, don't you know the nigga that they show in the middle is not Dante? Like that nigga Zeno in the middle. Right. So I'm like, is he the boss nigga? Like who the boss nigga? You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, but he looked like the young nigga. But Zeno is definitely. He's their version of
right? Yeah,
except that nigga about that action.
Exactly. Yeah, I felt like they flipped the personalities a bit. Where like Dante's definitely more on the wild side. He might end up being like just that raw power, like strong nigga, where you feel like he's strong because he's just crazy with it. Like he just goes Kenpachi when he fights. But I think that they're leaning towards Zeno has more of the skill with his battles because, like I said, I mean he grabbed vengeance. Murked all of Golden Dawn, murked didn't break a sweat. I don't remember much damage being put on that nigga when he left.
He didn't even use his demon power.
Exactly. So
that nigga used his magic, then that nigga was like, I hate using my demon, and then used it to get that nigga Yami. Like low key. Right. I think gonna come hard and wipe somebody out, but not bodying that nigga. He got to though. Who else gonna do it? My nigga Asta, fuck me.
Nah, come on, I can't be Asta. I feel like what's gonna happen is it's gonna be. All right, we might as well talk about it now. I mean, we here. Let's brainstorm some matchups. For sure, we know, has to fight Zeno in some way, shape, or form.
They not 1v1 in these niggas
That's
no
what
more.
I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's solo in any of these fights. That's my problem. I can't see any of them being solo. My idea is Asta knocked tag team Dante. He just gonna go wild. Asta gonna pull out, the new demon shit in the longer form. I was also disappointed that we didn't get to see what that looked like because they left the last chapter on this cliffhanger like we was gonna see what that looked like and they was just like, fuck it. But that's another point.
This nigga talking about some laces up Timberlands. Yo, Asta about to stomp a hole in the nigga. Right. He like black forces, nigga. Like he ready.
Yeah, but I see Asta and Nox, Noelle, and the girl squad that fought the chick originally. With maybe like the extra niggas that were in the Heart Kingdom. So like Lil Tito, he might show up. I mean Leopold, my bad.
Leopold Vermillion may show up. Tito Jackson Vermillion.
And then Magna and all them niggas because we still got Magna as a surprise fight. I forgot about that.
But this is what I think it's gonna be. This is what I think the matchup's gonna be. It's gonna be the Golden Dawn. I think those other niggas are a couple more niggas from the Golden Dawn, and no, I think all the Golden Dawn niggas out. So I'm gonna say that it's gonna be the captains, the Magic Knight captains, and versus Zeno. I think he is gonna box all them niggas.
Ooh, then we all of them,
all of the Black Bulls. And Asta versus Dante, he gonna box all them niggas.
Even Noelle?
Think about it, you what's his name? Yami could box the entire Black squad or Black Bull squad.
But even Noelle?
No. Except Noelle. Noelle is gonna be with the Heart Kingdom niggas, like her femme squad that she had. Yeah. All them niggas gonna mob that other bitch.
And Gaja gonna do something. Finally.
Gotcha gonna finally be like, look, I got hold for 30 chapters straight. Time for me to put out that respect that I had put on my name from a while ago.
Bro, but what? So I still gotta bring this up. What about Magna? Because they did hype this nigga up in the thing that this nigga went off to go do some shit on his lonely. So I think we might see a turn up here in this moment. I just don't know where.
I don't know if you remember. Remember when we did our first Black Bulls ranking? And niggas called me goofy for putting Magna as high as I did. I'm the #1 Magna stan. My nigga Magna Swing is gonna come through. He ain't gonna kill nobody like he fucking Magna. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna make some niggas put some respect on his name. He the Kiba of this show, except he not about to get forgotten.
Damn. Yeah, I mean I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. I just don't know what the fuck that's gonna be.
You know who would be a great fucking rival for Magna?
Who?
That nigga Tito. Yep.
I felt it.
And for those who don't know who Tito is, that's damn, I forgot that nigga real name.
Leopold Vermillion.
Leopold Vermillion. Tito Jackson. That nigga and Magna need to be rivals. That'd be a good fucking matchup because he ain't ready to be rivals with Asta. He just wasted it.
Ain't nobody gonna swap Magna. Now, who I do think, because you just brought that up, Panther Puffs, who I do think is about to get swat like a motherfucking bug is Longris. I think Longris is going to try Zeno. I swear, I think this nigga is going to try that motherfucker, and he's going to get shut the fuck down. I feel like it's a suicide mission for Longris, bro. I swear.
You think he that dumb?
100%.
100%.
Because he's just a cocky nigga. You see how angry he be getting over nothing. I feel like he's like a little hot about where Yuno's position is, and he feels like with their little training arc, he can show something off. So I feel like he gonna try him. He gonna be like, oh, hold up, let me get my first shot in. And that nigga Zeno gonna be like, fuck out my face, motherfucker. He may not die, but I think he gonna get slept.
I see, Longris, he feel like that nigga to me that he don't get his position because he better than you. He got his position because of what money his parents had. And now that money done fell out because my nigga got a fucking wind spirit with him. So I think he might snake that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, Longris been on dirt from the jump. Either this about to be a redemption arc where Longris is going to risk his life to save somebody, or it's going to be an arc where we double down and be like, yo, Longris is a piece of shit. Yep. Because other than that, he's not an important enough character to have here if we not about to find something out of him.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And that's why I think he's going to get slapped, because I think he's going to try some of that I'm trying to be a good guy now shit and get murdered.
Hey, I got to put respect on what Panther Puffs just said. My nigga Finro gonna clap Langris bitch cheeks.
100%. But we knew that from the first time shit was popped off. First time we met her in that little flashback or whatever the fuck, I was like, bro, Langris, why are you even trying? You've already been friend zoned, my G. She's doing it in front of your face. Like, at that point, it's a wrap, bro.
I'd have put some fucking spatial holes in the nigga. They not gonna hold me like that.
He's trying, but nah, bro. Langris, RIP. I'm saying it now. If not, they might, convert that nigga to the dark side. He about need to anyways. Because I feel like that's the way, that's the light motivation to get Patry to, like, stop being a fuckboy sometimes and just, turn up on that nigga. So I feel like he should just be like, fuck it, I'm joining the Spade. Patry get mad, pull out some dope shit. They like, oh, bro, you are Kane stage spatial magic nigga. You like, oh, I didn't know that. And then end it there. Get that nigga his power up and keep it moving.
Yeah. Y'all, you think the elves gonna come through and help?
If they do, I won't care. I'll put it that way. I feel like I'm over the elves, bro.
Damn. That's
really
crazy.
Do. I feel like you might get one elf.
You know they coming. They got reincarnated as young.
I don't see all of them. I feel like we'll get one or two. I feel like we get a liar maybe, and we'll get whatever Patry. Oh, why did I say Patry when I was talking about spatial magic, nigga?
Langris.
I used the wrong name for Langris's brother, but yeah, but Patry. I see him coming through for his same thing as Langris. Little, oh, I'm sorry, I fucked y'all shit up. Here's my apology. Let's run the fade with these niggas together. Friendship.
Yeah, they about to bring everybody shit.
Yeah.
The fucking Diamond Kingdom need to come through, bro. Mars and all them big niggas, bro. Come on,
They
help,
good.
nigga.
First of all, the fact that this is how I know that I don't give a fuck about the Diamond Kingdom. The fact that somebody from the Diamond Kingdom was working with the Spade Kingdom didn't surprise me. That's how it was just like these Diamond Kingdom niggas need to go figure that
Dirty.
shit out, bro. Like it's not even dirt at this point. It's like you know that person like it's like you're a I don't know MMA fighter and this little kid is like, yo, I could beat your ass, and they just keep like kicking your shin. Like I feel like that's what the Diamond Kingdom is doing. Like they constantly keep throwing rocks until one day the Clover Kingdom's like, all right, we're done. We've done dealt with y'all niggas for 3 motherfucking arcs. We going in now. Diamond Kingdom is ours, bro. We're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, I just feel like if them niggas invaded, they will body the Diamond Kingdom in minutes.
Oh yeah.
But shit, moving forward to the little bit of his Devil Union that we got to see,
Yep.
my man looked like once again, I called it, looked like the nigga about to get some armor. I'm just saying. If this nigga get anti-magic armor, who beating this nigga? Fold it. Everybody fold
Anybody with hands once again, bro.
No, he got the armor now. What you gonna do? Beat up armor?
Yeah.
A nigga would have to for real be like One Punch Man, pure hands, no magic on it. Mashal, the nigga from Mashal gonna have to come and just pure hands this nigga,
or be a
no
nigga
magic.
or be a nigga that wields demon magic.
Like, but he can stop demon magic. He just did it with what you call it.
Oh, he stopped his shit too. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he shut off his Devil Union, and it didn't even hit him. It came close to him and shut off his Devil Union.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Well, my bad. RIP to.
So in a world based on magic, where this nigga can shut off your physical, fucking boost thing, like it's over. Unless you stronger than Asta with all his boost, nigga, you getting folded.
Mm-hmm. So my next question, based off of my ongoing theory about these fucking blades, do we think that we'll see him use this with all blades or just Yami's? Because he just did this with Yami's, I believe. And the thing about it for me is it reminds me a lot of the Dimension Slash that Yami already has. So I was kind of like, this may be playing in my theories that each of the swords got their own little abilities. But I just want to ask that question.
So this is what I think on it. I think that the sword magic doesn't actually give you any spells. Mm-hmm. Well, it might give you spells like the Black Divider or whatever like that. But I think the swords you have to go get. Because if you notice, besides the first sword, every single one of those swords Asta had to put into his book.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Then the same thing, as soon as Lick, the real Lick, grabbed the sword, it became back to his magic. Yep. So I think that's what sword magic is like you go out and find sick ass weapons and you throw them in your book so that you can whip them out. Kind of like a Urza, except all of the swords in this case are just badass. You know what I'm saying? Like Yami's katana.
But it's not in a good way though, because when he grabs the sword and puts it in his book, it comes back like damaged and shitty.
Yeah, but now it got anti-magic properties, so that's kind of...
But I don't... So the theory, I don't know if you was there for it or not, or if I said it a billion times. But anyways, my theory is that, like, that anti-magic is coming from something that's not the book. So, like, the book has its own... Like, my theory is that Asta potentially has 3 different powers going on, or 2 different powers. Like, there's something coming from the demon, there's something coming potentially from Libe, and there's the core power of the book that Libe touched. So I felt like Libe transferred something to the book that wasn't there before with her touch, besides just the demon. And then the book itself has something. And then the anti-magic stuff is like what the demon is contributing to the party.
Yeah, I agree. I think that works exactly with how we've seen shit work. So the book is the swords, right? The ability to summon them at whatever point you want. But because the anti-magic demon is now in that book, any book that would go into this or any sword that would go into this book will then get turned into an anti-magic sword because anti-magic demon is in this book. That power is to summon these swords.
Yeah.
That's what I think. So yes, I
Okay.
think it's two separate powers. It's just like if Asta actually had magic, he would have three powers. He'd have anti-magic, Asta's ability, and the sword magic, right? Because the sword magic is a book. We know that the demon's magic is separate from whatever human magic there is. It just so happens Asta ain't got shit. And he just happened to be like being in a book that all it does is summon swords is literally as lucky as you can get as a nigga like Asta.
Mm-hmm.
I just this nigga, like you said, we should bottle this nigga luck.
Yep. And Silent Blaze said, remember that the witch said, to use the sword, you need a lot of mana in nature amount. So, I mean, with Asta's no mana, maybe it means that if someone with mana has it, there is some other ability that comes up from the sword. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then Pirate King 3D2Y said, is Bleach a tier below trash? Yes, it is, solely because the ending was not good. But, and then Silent Blade says, but it works well with Asta because he got no magic.
Yeah, big facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Bleach like that. And I think people agree with me that it's less of Bleach actually being worse than trash because I think every single person has a good memory with Bleach.
Exactly.
I think it's more of how disappointing Bleach was to us that like if something is worse than trash, it disappointed you how much Bleach did. That's a great anime.
I was invested in Bleach and got let down. That hurts more than just like, oh, that series was shitty. That like Bleach started off good, then let me down. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Now from Lich because he's an elf. Okay. I guess like I don't know if there's anything else on the chapter. The group that's going there, was Mary Leona a part of it? I think she was, right?
You know they for some reason they don't like using the strongest wizard they got.
Fact.
I don't understand it because Mary Leona would be on any big mission that I had. That's just straight up.
But my thought with these arcs, always just coming from like the shonen history standpoint, is that like the first team there's always a B team lying in wait for like that turn of the arc, right? Like niggas is getting dropped, and then you say, "Oh shit, Mary Leona came out from nowhere. I didn't know she was there." And what I think would actually be dope is not Mary Leona helping out the first two teams, but Mary Leona helping out Noel's squad. I feel like that would make me more invested in that fight than I think I'm going to be. I feel like if she just turned up and went in, it's going to be fine. But I have a strong feeling they're going to try to pair Rosalie with Noel because of the whole curse relation bullshit.
Oh, double cursed.
Yeah. So I'm like, they might have her show up and, do some shit there. But I think it would be dope if, they have that turning point that they usually have in these arcs. And, the B team shows up for backup and Mary Leona shows up to help them out. I feel like it'll just be a nice change of pace.
I feel like Mary Leona one of them like magic nights that you don't tell where to go. You ask her like, "Hey, Mary Leona, would you mind helping these niggas stay alive in the Spade Kingdom?" She like, "No, I'm out here beating up fire demons, nigga." Right. Like,
I need a train
cool. Right? Like,
right.
Just take that L.
It's to have Noel and Mary Leona get together. That should be a wrap. That's what I think. I think it would be a dope fight, especially because Noel's power is becoming more and more in your face with that whole armor shit. I felt like it would be a nice little pair to see the two of them go in. I didn't really like what Nero did as far as that fight goes anyway, so I feel like she can just go somewhere else or not show up. But yeah, I think besides that, I mean, I think we might be good to rate if you're good to rate.
Yeah, I felt like we hit everything that about this one.
Yeah. So for my rating for this, I would probably give it. Oh, I'm disappointed. So I would give it a decent plus. It would have got a decent as hell. It gets a decent plus because I don't like that the author is teasing me on this Devil Union bullshit. I felt like if you were going to tease me, he could have executed the chapter before this one better because the way he did it was like, oh, the very top of the next chapter, we would see what this new form was going to look like. But he just skipped over all that. So that I'm disappointed about. So I can't give it a decent as hell for that. But I mean, as far as like Black Clover setup, the swaggy fits at the end, like getting us prepared for like hands are about to be thrown. I do feel like this was a decent setup. It wasn't like super hype, but I'm definitely ready to see us throw hands now.
Yeah, I feel like I could get this a solid, decent as hell. And the reason I want to say that is because I love like the little world building. I never thought we was gonna see this nigga Morris again, and it's like boom, we hear this nigga Morris go like, oh okay, cool. Like it's not just Hart and Clover working together. Shit, Spade and Diamond.
Yeah.
Um, shit. I'm pissed with the thing with Asta, but I like that I still got to see some parts of it. Uh, I do hate the soft knock shit, but at the same time, I fuck with that nigga knock hard, and I'm hyped to see that nigga's about to go run they shit. Like, however, I just want to point this last thing out. What a strategical just that's just not a smart thing to do if you're the Clover Kingdom. Like they're about to send literally all of their military assets to one
That was
country.
wild too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if Diamond just decided, let's take the capital today? If all them niggas gone, Mars will run your whole kingdom.
Julius still there.
He child Julius. He might take one nigga.
I wouldn't sleep on child Julius either, but I'm just saying. He liked to play with motherfuckers, but at the end of the day, I still wouldn't sleep.
That nigga Grimoire one page now, bro. It's over with.
That's what you think. You don't know what that one spell is, my bro.
Right?
You don't know what he learned first.
Temporarily become an adult on some gone shit.
Right?
I could see that being the one spell on some goofy shit.
Oh, yeah. I can only do it for 5 minutes, though, but I got you.
And in 5 minutes, he run the whole fucking Diamond Kingdom. That'd be so hard.
100%.
That'd be hard.
But yeah, I still will add this again, even though I didn't add it in my rating. Shout out to my nigga Noct for his pettiness, bro. He's top tier, creme de la creme, petty ass nigga. Like, leaving that demon there, knowing that motherfucker still might get killed. I was just like, Noct, bro. I fucks with your pettiness, bro. It's just hilarious to me.
Yeah, that nigga funny. What's his name? Panther Puff said adult Julius let Patry, I'm assuming, poke his ass. Big goofy. Man, we talked about this at length, bro. We almost gave Julius goofy of the year.
100%.
This was my working theory. My working theory is that nigga saw the future and was like, man, I'm gonna let this nigga Patry kill me to see what happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, also, like, I just want to see what type of cool magic niggas would do. Like, I don't trust that nigga Julius, bro. Like, something ain't working up right up here.
Julius definitely
He should not have gotten body.
Would never have gotten body, bro. I'm not buying it. He did that shit for the shits and giggles. And he know he did. But yeah, before we do great moments of anime history, I did want to do a little bit of extra content and talk about one of the posts we put on Facebook, which was this old man death battle thing. So I created this, and then since niggas on the live stream, y'all learned the secrets. Even though people have been going team 1, team 2. So first of all, what the teams? Team is Yamamoto, Makarov, and Bang from Bleach, Fairy Tail, and One Punch Man. The second team is Master Roshi from DBZ, the third Hokage, and Netero from Hunter x Hunter. So I think a lot of people bought into the DBZ hype and immediately went with that second team because they saw Master Roshi, which is valid. But I did do my research on these teams. So the way I have them lined up is actually like comparable power levels. So believe it or not, like Makarov and Hiruzen kind of compare in power level. Bang and Netero kind of do too as far as what they could do. And same thing with Yamamoto and Master Roshi. But I just want to talk about it here and get or I guess our thoughts and like the people on the live stream thoughts. So, what do you think, Player 5? Who do you think will win this matchup and why?
That's tough. I mean, I look at each one and I'm like, man. So like, I'm gonna give my like, if these niggas ran the ones for some reason and didn't, help each other and just like, oh, who would get the best out of three? I feel like I want to give Roshi the win over Fire Homie.
Are you incorporating the fact that you know what his Bankai is?
Yeah, I think I know what that shit is. I could be tripping.
He gets like the arm. He had like different stances, but one of them was like an armor that I think was like the heat of a bunch of suns.
Can he keep his soul from getting snatched out of his body? Because you know my nigga Roshi is known that Mafu Ba nigga, give me your soul. Boom. Put that shit in the coffee
But I guess the question is, isn't his soul and body the same thing? Because he's a soul. He is a soul. Like there's no body.
Might be able to throw that nigga in the pot.
No,
bro.
I mean based off the Bleach thing, like they actually put them in bodies. So
yeah,
he's just a soul, really. So I don't know what he's gonna do with it. Like he can't pull it out of anything. It's that.
Yeah, I feel you. That's theoretical. You feel me? Let's put it away.
You sounded like a DBZ stand, but I'll let you go.
If my man, I got two ways Roshi can win,
right.
And if Roshi don't take either one of those W's, then I'm okay with accepting Roshi losing here. Mm-hmm. My first stipulation is like if he can just Mafu Ba this nigga, if we have no way to explain how he can stop his soul getting thrown into a coffee pot, I think that nigga might take the W. Second way, if for some dumb reason this nigga let him charge up a full power Kamehameha, like I can blow up the moon Kamehameha, he ain't eating that hoe, bro. He not eating that shit. Okay. That nigga definitely getting wiped off the planet if he take that shit to the face. Which is a big if, but my nigga Roshi not slow. So I'm gonna say that's why I think Roshi might win. Can you tell me more? Put some respect on this nigga.
Sure. I'm definitely leaning more towards Genryu's side, but power wise, I think that Roshi did edge him out. The only reason why is that this nigga Bankai is so insanely broken, in my opinion. I just don't see Master Roshi beating it. Like having an armor, I believe, and I could be totally wrong on this. That the heat of his armor was like the heat of 10,000 suns. Like some shit, like some crazy shit like that. So I get that nigga can blow up the moon, but you're not coming to the heat of 10,000 suns. The only time I seen a nigga go to a sun was in GT, and that was Goku that did that. So yeah. I don't see...
Do you need to touch his armor if you can shoot a wave at him that can blow up the moon? Like, you know what I'm saying?
We have to talk about speeds, though. Because then I go, like, when you talk about that, the question is, can he keep the distance from the attacks my nigga has?
Fast and shit. Like, my nigga can have a full fight in 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, Master Roshi is definitely fast. He not comparable on Dragon Ball levels, which I think Bleach starts to get towards the end. So I admit that this nigga might be physically more powerful than Roshi, but Roshi he got some tricks up his sleeve.
No, power output wise, according to the Versus Wiki, Roshi is stronger because I think he did some crazy shit in Super that allowed him to now be some like crazy level. I think before Super, Yamamoto would edge him out in strength. But I think according to Super, some crazy shit happened. I don't know. I don't watch Super.
Personally, I'm using before Super.
Yeah.
What you call it? Because I don't even fuck with Super like that.
I'm just throwing all the information out there just to be fair. I don't want niggas saying that not specifically at you. I'm just talking about in general. I don't want niggas to say, I'm leaving out information. I brought out all the information from Yamamoto, so it's only fair to do the same for Roshi. But I don't think speeds are comparable, in my opinion. I do feel like Yamamoto is faster. And because of that reason, I think he would be able to hit him with the attacks that he has. And I just don't see Roshi beating those. I do see Roshi, if he can get a hit off, ending it. Like you said, if he can pull off... Like, Roshi's a tricky guy, so I don't think there's going to be some wins. But I think if we're talking out of 10 fights... If we're talking out of 10 fights, just 1v1, I think that my boy Yamamoto is going to edge out the win, probably like I would say 8. But we are also talking about a
That's
group
fair.
here, so there's ways to kind of work around it to where that other team could still edge it out. But if you're talking 1v1, I think Yamamoto will edge it out.
And I don't know Fairy Tale homie in game power because I've been dropped Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
But I am a fan of the third Hokage. I believe that he typically gets hoed because you don't get to see that nigga as much. But I think the third Hokage probably one of the stronger niggas up here. Not in like raw, I can punch you the fuck out power, but definitely in like utility. I don't think there's any nigga out there that has more utility than the third Hokage. A nigga that knows every single jutsu in Konoha and could steal your soul as well. They got 2 soul stealers on one team.
So my counter to that, once again, these 2 niggas are really the trickiest niggas. Yamamoto and Makarov. And I put them there specifically because I felt like niggas would sleep on the fact that they got some shit in the back pocket, especially if you're an anime only watcher for Yamamoto. But Makarov, people forget that Fairy Law literally is an ability not that eradicates bad. It eradicates bad from the perspective of the user of that ability. So if he deems something as evil, Fairy Law will just be like, yeah, eradicate that nigga. So at that point, he kind of has like an ace up his sleeve.
But he has to does he have to like truly believe it's evil or just be like, no, this nigga opposes me, therefore he's evil?
The way they explained it, the way Erza said it, was that shit is just a magic that works if that nigga feels like shit is evil. That was the way it was worded.
Okay, now, but evil is different because I don't think he's going to look at anybody here he's fighting because they all good niggas and be like, man, these niggas evil. He could be like, this is my opponent. Now, if it could wipe out anything that opposes him, fair. But deemed evil, I don't think he's going to deem any nigga evil here until they start sucking souls out. And it might be too late.
How many bodies does third Hokage have under his belt?
Grip him.
I feel like Netero's perspective coming up in the fight, he could definitely be, because Netero is just like he's a I don't give a fuck ass nigga, so he could definitely be viewed either or. I think if we're talking about just viewership perspective, I think there's something
a fair way to divide this is like the morally great grandpas versus the good grandpas. Right. Some niggas at the bottom.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. When Master Roshi start talking about what he doing to young girls and shit, bro, with them pictures, his pervert ass, bro, I don't know. That nigga might change.
They gonna be like, whoa. They gonna be like, how old was Boma when you made her give you her panties? Oh, she was 14? All right, nigga, you evil.
Right.
Very long. Get rid of this nigga.
See, my thought. So this is why I like consider the group thing here, because my thing is I do think he might be able to pull off Fairy Law, but I don't think Fairy Law would ever matter that much in a 1v1 because you can always argue like speed, right? Like if a person's faster than him, they can shut that down. But now when you got backup, the idea is can them niggas hold? Can one of these niggas hold 2 niggas off long enough for this nigga to do it? Like Yamamoto can just fucking create firewalls and shit. Like that nigga just be like, hey bro, wall of fire, get the fuck out of here. Y'all niggas ain't crossing this.
Netero coming through that motherfucker. I don't know what you talking about, bro. If that nigga gotta die, he coming through that bitch and delivering.
And at least according to the Versus Wiki, Bang and Netero are the weakest power output niggas here. Slowest niggas as well. So it's like against the 2 of them, I don't know. But like I said, both of them have these 2 clutch abilities that I think can change the game.
And I think Genjutsu really changes the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't put respect on that. Hokage could literally, third Hokage just shut down all your senses. You know what I'm saying? Now what? You don't know how to break Genjutsus, nigga. Nobody here do. And the same thing goes for what's his name? Roshi.
I would argue Yamamoto does.
Okay, but Roshi can put niggas in Genjutsus too. Like, really, them niggas, I get Yamamoto is freaky powerful, but the issue is that all 3 of those niggas at the bottom, they fight up all the time. They always fighting up in skill. They never fight down, which means they are used to being like, oh, this nigga's stronger than me. How can I finesse him? You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga, Gohan, fuck. Roshi is no match for Demon fuck Demon King Piccolo. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
But he still fights the nigga. Tries to steal his soul. What's his name? Third Hokage fighting two Hokages in Orochimaru. Orochimaru probably one of the strongest niggas in the series. Still fighting the nigga. They always fighting up. That's why him being stronger to me. If we just say, "Oh, he's stronger," he wins. That downplays they skills, they strats.
Oh, okay. And I don't think I'm necessarily saying that. I think that was a good point to bring up. I think what I'm saying is Yamamoto and Makarov have some pretty, I would argue, unstoppable moves that make it. I think what I'm saying here, and the issue I probably had with like the comments and stuff when it came to this post was I think people were too easily saying one team, and I think that the battle is a bit more complicated. So I think people were just leaning on like I heard a lot of people say Team One, and I feel like a lot of that lean on Team One came from the fact that it's Master Roshi and DBZ, and they're associating feats from other characters of DBZ with Roshi. And it's not he's not there. He's strong, but he's not like he can't just do the speed feats, strength feats that all the mother motherfuckers was doing.
Yeah, like that's absurd to even think because Roshi was only the strongest nigga in Dragon Ball Z for like 2 episodes. Like Goku quickly became stronger than Roshi. Like Roshi not even talkable when it comes to like Dragon Ball Z feats. The nigga truly never got there until Dragon Ball Super, which once again I'm not even dealing with. Like that's just a dumbass scale. Roshi ain't been training. Why would he scale this hard? Don't make no fucking sense.
So my thing, I honestly argue that I could see it go either way. I think there's strong arguments on both sides. So I could see someone saying 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, like Silent Blade just said 6 out of 10.
I don't see why he say that Genjutsu won't have an effect on Yamamoto though.
I don't know if it's because he's a spirit.
Well, I mean, but so it go Roshi and Hiruzen are both manipulating your spiritual energy. Like that's what genjutsus are. You manipulating their chakra, or in Roshi's case, they ki to create an illusion. So if this nigga really just walking ki, he should be able to.
Sorry, I see. I like at least for my genjutsu argument. The only reason why I argue that Yamamoto might find a finesse is just because Aizen's ability is basically genjutsu, and it's one really, really broken genjutsu. Plus, there's other Soul Reapers in the society that he's probably had interactions with that also have genjutsu type abilities, like Shinji. I don't know if you made it that far, but like when the whole visors got introduced, Shinji's ability is basically genjutsu. Like it seems like Aizen's squad has a group of niggas that may have genjutsu or sensory effect abilities, so it's not something that's unfamiliar to Yamamoto. So I think he would be able to find a curve for that. Now the thing with Makarov is I don't remember enough of Fairy Tail to argue that he's had experience with genjutsus, but I would also argue that niggas with magic, there's bound to be someone who was creating that shit. So I think they both had experience. Now, does that mean they'll automatically shut down any genjutsus that's thrown at them? No. But they might be able to I don't think it's going to be a total, like, every win is just, pull out genjutsu. Like, they might be able to get one off that.
Okay. So he said basically they right to, or, they spirit pressure could function like chakra. Fair. Like, if we want to say that, sure. But my whole thing is, like, just because you have the ability to defend it, don't mean when you got 2 master level illusionists on your head and clearly you the biggest threat, that don't mean that he's skilled enough. And even if he is skilled enough to defend it, it slows him down, right? And that's the whole point, is that they trickery can slow this nigga down, who's clearly the powerhouse here, and enough to, for other niggas to come through. I'm personally putting my money on third Hokage over Fairy Tail nigga, because I can't sleep on that nigga. He knows every jutsu. He got something. He got some shit for you. Yeah. Like, what you do? The nigga got to summon giant shuriken to throw him at you? Do you got to make shadow clones? Do the nigga he can do everything?
So here's my 2 arguments to that. I am almost on the side with you, but my problem is Naruto fucked you up in one place. One, strong niggas can't be big shit in Naruto. That's been their problem, right? Nine Tails Fox, all the beasts. Literally, Makarov's whole power is I'm a big shit nigga. Like that's it. He turns into some giant monster. Somehow they can't beat him. So I would at least give him a win off that. Just because I haven't seen any like it seems like that's like the stoppable thing for most Naruto characters. Like, oh, you pull out some big shit, magically, I can't do shit anymore. It's unfortunate. That shouldn't have been how it went, but that's how they started writing that shit towards the end of Shippuden. Was just big shit was shutting down board like niggas who had clout all the time. So that would be my counter there, and Fairy Law. So at least I have 2 wins, but I think that would still end up giving Hiruzen the dub in the end of this.
And also, how fast is Fairy Tail Homie?
I think their speeds were comparable. But I can just double check right now. Oh, whoops! I can't double check right now. I can double check on my phone.
Yeah. Oh, you got me. You got a little thing. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, I switched it out by accident. But yeah, I can double check real quick.
Yeah, I wonder about the speed because I find that whenever we doing some type of Naruto versus, niggas always forget that ninjas fight at blinding speeds for regular niggas. It's like the Gaara and Toph thing. I'll never accept Toph beating Gaara, but that's neither here nor there.
So Hiruzen's speed is massively hypersonic plus, and then I will go to Makarov. Let's see how much the power of friendship helped this nigga. Makarov's speed is also massively hypersonic plus. It goes up to sub-relativistic.
Where? I've never seen this.
I'm saying. They put it in there. Faster than base Natsu, faster than before, and then they said comparable to Lisana. I guess Lisana is sub-relativistic, and then sub-relativistic faster than before. I'm guessing they're talking about maybe end series Makarov here somehow. Mm-hmm. So, Makarov's faster.
I guess. I mean, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. I guess
that's what I'm saying. It's deeper than rap with these motherfuckers. This is why I was just saying. I think the fight is still even in my opinion, but I felt like the looks of that bottom row makes people think them niggas will easily win.
They got a higher clout, anime,
right?
For sure. Okay, so what about Netero and what's his name?
Old nigga. This one I'm going easily Netero in my mind.
That's where I was at. I'm like Netero, but also I'm also going off of like clout. Like I fuck with the show.
So Bang is definitely up there in terms of probably power.
He almost seemed like a joke character to me.
Oh no, I mean he owns a martial arts school. I mean I think his power output is maybe higher just because he's like a S-class hero. Mm-hmm. So they be doing the same shit every now and then. But I just think Netero I feel like his fight versus Bang is less difficult than his fight versus Meruem.
I feel like Bang will consistently be moving at a faster speed, and Netero gonna have to sacrifice some shit to get up there.
To get up to Bang speed?
Yeah. I don't think he's just flat there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there's gonna be some like, yo, I got used so much in my life on the line type shit. Like I just think that this nigga just consistently a freak. Well, I mean, shit, my nigga did fight Meryl, like you said, so I'm just like,
yeah,
shit.
That shit crazy to me.
So, what's your final vote? Which do you think fighting as a team changes anything for either of these teams?
I think fighting as a team changes a lot because now you have the ability to double team and build up shit that you might not be able to build up before. So like I said, I think in one-on-one, Fairy Law really is a non-starter. But now, because it takes a really long time for him to actually execute the ability. But with backup, now you can kind of say, is it possible for Yamamoto to hold off Master Roshi and Third Hokage long enough for this nigga to output it?
No way.
I don't think consistently, no. But I do think there might be one scenario where it works.
Like, what's that scenario?
So my thing is that Yamamoto, once again, it's that fire ability. I do think like Hiruzen, like I don't know. I mean, he uses toad shit, but I honestly think that Yamamoto can create a fire barrier hot enough to buy him enough time so them niggas don't get through. That's my theory on it.
My nigga could probably teleport around that shit for real. But I'm like, yo, if we gonna say that niggas could use spirit pressure to get rid of genjutsus, I want to say that Naruto jutsus then work on them niggas the same way. And my nigga, the third Hokage, got jutsu stop jutsu. You feel me? At the end of the day, shut that shit down for half a second.
So you want to associate their abilities to jutsus, is what you're saying?
Gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Has to. Because if my nigga can use his shit to break a chakra, you get jutsu, like, then it gotta work both ways, or that's not fair. You know? It gotta work both ways. Yeah, I'm like, I get that they raw power is something, but I don't know what extra abilities outside of raw power these niggas do. Where I'm like, both of Master Roshi and Hiruzen are basically the same nigga, except one is serious and one a pervert. Like, they got all types of special moves, can take souls, can create clones, illusions. Like,
it's the
super
tricky
smart
niggas
fighter
versus the raw power niggas. I definitely agree with that assessment. Even with Netero, he's strong, but he's really a tricky nigga. Like, all three of them are niggas with a bag of tricks, lots of plans, lots of strats, versus niggas who's really have either broken skill sets or they're just raw power niggas, more or less. Like, Yamamoto's not dumb, but I haven't seen him execute a level of strats that I would say is comparable. So I would definitely think that this bottom team would come with hard plans consistently, which is why I think that the fight is even. Because I do think that the raw power will be able to just say no to some of that shit.
Yeah.
If the nigga is burning the heat of 10,000 suns, I just don't see how these niggas are, like, what is the strat for that? You feel me? Like, I don't see how they're getting around it. And then on top of that,
pull that nigga underground, you feel me? On some Hey Hunter Jutsu, Kakashi day one. Come here, nigga. Yank that nigga underground. That had Netero punt that nigga shit off. Right. Boom, get his head gone, just like that.
And then we're talking about, I didn't even consider the Makarov speed. So now that means potentially this nigga could hold both of them niggas back. Like,
you know what I think is going to be the ultimate factor here? Yeah. All of these niggas are fucking Goliaths in their world. But they all got the same issue in their world. Them niggas, they got the stamina. They not as young as they used to be.
That's true.
So which nigga is getting tired first?
Yeah, who's back?
I'm just going to be 100. That nigga Roshi ain't got all day, bro. Roshi got about 5 minutes of boxing for that nigga done.
Who's back getting put out?
Roshi gonna buy my back, nigga.
I think Netero is definitely, he's the one old man that's like, oh, that's that 70-year-old man with the body of a 20-year-old.
Yeah, Netero don't
get Bang are the fittest niggas, but they just so happen to be the weakest niggas here.
See, they traded that wisdom for the body, and that's well, you can't do that.
All right. If Netero go nuke for the beginning,
the way he does that though.
Long. Yeah. To me, I think I'm definitely going to say 6 out of 10, and I'm going to lean towards the first team. But like I said before,
as in
fights,
Bleach nigga in them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop disrespecting this nigga one day.
For real, the top team. But I'm definitely open to my perspective being changed. But I just feel like the raw power these two, Makarov and Yamamoto, can output, like the amount of back pocket shit that they have. I just see it edging out that win.
You know,
put a bad bitch in front of Roshi, he'll power up.
Right? And then my nigga gonna be like, transformation jutsu, sexy jutsu, you feel me? Right. Roshi power up, bro. There's so many possibilities, bro. Like, that's why I'm like, yo, I gotta give it a 6 out of 10. To Team 2, the Trickster Squad, because just my inner trickster, I fuck with them. Like Roshi, yeah, bro, I agree with Panther Puffs, bro. Roshi, my spirit animal. That nigga come through and do some goofy shit and win, bro. He'll probably win on the goofiest way. My nigga Hiruzen, he go hard. And Netero that nigga. And we all know if it come down to it, what Netero gonna do, he gonna send this bitch up. Everybody coming with him.
That's a fact. That's true. Um. All right. What do y'all say in the comments? What y'all say? Which team wins? Team one is the top row. Team two is the bottom row.
I had said something a little while ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm over here trying to scroll on the fucking thing like, hey, don't do drugs.
Silent Blaze had said 9. I think somebody else had said 6 out of 10 before I said it. I don't see where it's at. Might be too early.
I think those were for the individuals.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So team one, Panther Puff says, did anyone agree with you? Somebody was talking about Master Roshi. Oh, put a bad bunch of so maybe Ant-Man is going with Roshi. 6 out of 10, team one. Team two for Ant-Man.
Hey,
so
there we go. Team two.
there we go. So you got one team two in that bitch. But yeah. I just wanted to make sure niggas put respect on the top 3 niggas' name, because I was just seeing too much disrespect going on, bro. We just need to I get it. Bleach Fairy Tail didn't end well, but that doesn't mean that them niggas still didn't have some powerful niggas in there, bro. That
First of all, you ain't got the OG old head in there. Where my nigga Whitebeard at?
Whitebeard can't stand with these. I didn't find out. I thought about Whitebeard. Somebody said that too, and I was just like, I couldn't think of like really a good who would be his
that could really body
pair.
with.
Yeah, like in
that
a fair way. But
that makes sense.
All right. So without further ado, we will move on to. Oh, did it block it too? Okay, well, we'll do it that way. We'll move on to the last section. Great moments in anime history. Today, in honor of that dope My Hero chapter, we are reliving a great moment in My Hero Academia history, which was Lumillion versus Overhaul. To set the stage, before we got up to this moment, Horikoshi had been seasoning, Lumillion's greatness, that whole arc, basically talking about how he came up from nothing, how in the fight they also explain how incredibly difficult it is to wield and use his power, and basically how he should have been number one instead of Deku. So really, this fight, from beginning to end, was just like one showing you how great of a hero Lumillion was, and then basically capping it off with like one of the biggest heartbreaks I felt in anime in a while, which was that nigga getting shot. But without further ado, we'll play it so y'all can see it. Let me put that shit on mute because niggas want to take down videos for that. So get it cracking.
This nigga twice ugly as hell, boy.
Oh, bro. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
We needed him. I'm still stuck, bro, on how these niggas beat motherfucking Overhaul too. Still.
Oh, them niggas, the villains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them niggas, they soft.
For sure. Overhaul had real niggas. What is Rappa doing? Is he in jail? They need to let
shit. They put money on his books, nigga. If anybody get money put on their shit, it's Rapper. That nigga got the good commissary, bro. He's good.
They definitely tried to squeeze in that when you get out, you know who to call.
When you get out, remember who looked out for you.
Yeah, to work.
Rapper, a real one, bro.
Go back to
but
us.
Rapper don't get no fuck about that. He like, look, nigga, if you can't whoop my ass, I ain't following you.
Here we go. We're doing a lot of bullshit talking in the beginning. So this is him pulling up to the niggas for the first time.
Hey, remember how confident that bitch ass nigga Chisaki was?
Oh yeah.
This nigga dare cometh up on me.
But he deserved it though. He really deserved to be that confident. Like niggas really couldn't see him, bro.
Then he had the audacity to jump my nigga. Like, he
facts.
really jumped him. That nigga drinking upside down.
All right.
Were them real bullets or were them the quirky racers?
I think those were real bullets.
Yo.
Yeah, those were real bullets.
fucked up. I didn't know they had them in Japan.
You know the niggas had the real blammies in there?
Yeah, no, bro. I thought they had the rubber joints.
Wow.
So this is why I thought my nigga Lemillion was weak. I was like, oh, this nigga about to get folded.
They tried to shake this nigga's morale, bro. He let
That
them know
nigga
what's up. And once again, they changed the name of that shit. That was Phantom Menace. That was dope. The Star Wars references was dope.
Oh, was that the name of the move?
Yeah, I think in the manga it was Phantom Menace, but they changed it to Phantom Threat because, paperwork.
Oh, copyright and shit. Yeah. Motherfuckers just can't be doing whatever the fuck you want out here.
Right. That's why JoJo's, they changed half the names of those stands because all those stands are named after like pop culture shit. But when you watch the anime, all the names are changed because of that. Like they'll have shit called Aerosmith and like bands and shit like that, but they changed the name around. Damn, bro, he broke this nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. That nigga definitely came out hard as fuck.
Right?
Like, that was hard as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give that nigga respect. Fucking Chisaki. Chisaki, he the hardest villain we done had in anime for a minute, bro.
Big facts. Like, once again, like, if Lemillion was the true inheritor of All For One, I think Chisaki should have been the true inheritor of whatever the fuck, All For One's power. My bad. I said that backwards. But if Lemillion was supposed to get One For All, I feel like Chisaki would have been a better wielder of All For One. First of all,
All For One, absolutely.
He was about that gang shit, and he had a legitimate plan to take over society in a very like All For One way. Like, see,
but this is the thing. This is why he couldn't be he couldn't have that shit because like All For One need a stupid nigga. It ain't like everybody know that nigga fucking is dumb.
Yeah, he wouldn't take over that nigga body for sure. He's like,
he's like. She's getting like, nah, nigga, it's good, fam. I already got All For One, nigga.
Giganto, like, let's get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, Giganto, you with me, bro. Giganto, come break me out of jail. No, I don't listen to you. Yo, this nigga's so cold.
You said what?
Did he get shot already?
Yeah, I think they fast forward past a little bit past the fight against Chisaki. But this moment right here, when this nigga got shot in the manga, I yelled, man, audibly when I read that shit. I was like,
so sad.
No way, bro.
Bro, like, you know, man, that's crazy, bro.
I was saying,
like, this nigga was so much better. I'm not gonna lie though, I still do believe that Deku deserves All For One over this nigga.
Wow.
But this is when he became the drillest nigga. Oh, they about to fucking stop it. When this nigga kept fighting after he got shot.
Oh, no, they got the punch in there.
Jawed that nigga.
They got the punch in there. It was dope, bro. That shit
sad
was
dope, as hell, bro. That's when that nigga became the GOAT. That I ain't got no power, still get up and steal you. Now I just gotta say this. Me being a very pragmatic person, that was actually kind of fucking stupid, Lemillion. You probably should have just dodged fucking both.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or like, don't get hit, nigga. Like, oh my God. Put your cape in the way. Like, so many different things you can do, you stupid son of a bitch. And that'd be my thing is like, I get you for like the first couple months, I would probably say nothing to this nigga. Like, you know what? All right, you saved the kid. But a couple months later, I'm like, you know you dumb as fuck, right? You could have put a rock in the way, nigga. You could have did anything. Like, we needed you, nigga. When that nigga Endeavor got folded on national TV by that motherfucking thing, you could have been there, nigga. Like,
hey, bro,
crazy.
It was wild, but I mean, I still thought that whole moment was just too dope, bro. It was amazing. I felt like, you know, I don't know why you say that you still think Deku deserves it. Why were you saying that? You brought that up.
Okay, first I want to say, thank you to legendary anime JP fam.
Oh yeah,
thanks.
Appreciate that, and also appreciate the subscribing too. You subscribed.
Yeah. But so this is why Deku deserves All For One. And at first, don't get me wrong, I was big hype. I was like, hey, my boy Lemillion should be the wielder. But this is why, like, I had to rewatch. It came when I was rewatching the scene where they first found Aerie. They first found Aerie, and this nigga Lemillion was like, "Yo, be cool, let Aerie get snatched, woo woo." And like, I get that that was the strategic play, but All Might isn't All Might because of the strategic play. He's All Might because he's here. He not here tomorrow. He ain't here after you got hurt. That nigga here. You feel me? So that's why I'm like, that Deku wasn't about that, oh, let me say you tomorrow shit. That nigga got in front. I'm a hero. I'm here right now. And if you remember, the reason he chose Deku is because when All Might paused, when All Might himself paused, Deku jumped over that gate to save Bakugo. He was here. All Might chose that nigga because he the next All Might.
What if he did?
He may not be the best hero, but he the next All Might. You say he did it on accident.
I said, what if he did that on accident, bro? And they end up becoming number one hero off an accidental thing. See, my only counter to that is just that I feel like why is All Might able to not hesitate, and why did he hesitate in that moment? Is because he's always been All Might. Like, after enough training, he basically was like, I'm the strongest nigga out here, so you don't have to think about doing stuff. It's like the same thing as like, would Superman still fight if like he knew he was gonna bleed? Like that type of thing. Like I feel like they do that sometimes in comics where they play to that. But I'm like, I felt like that's why All Might was always there. And Deku was just, in La La Land, which is why he thought that was a smart move. But I appreciated Lemillion saying like, hey, there is another way to go about it. I totally get the whole like emotional side of it, which is like, Aerie's gonna be suffering in that moment that we're waiting. So there definitely was a debate there, but I'm also like, what if he did do that and then both of them fucking died and Ares still wasn't saved?
Then he doesn't deserve to be the number one hero. Because
so.
The number one hero always saves you. Like All Might, we talked about this before. All Might doesn't want a better world. He wants to preserve his legacy. Right? Because a better world would be a world where Mirio has All for One. But Deku fits that nigga legacy. And they try and sprinkle shit all throughout the story of saying shit like, All Might being super smart and shit like that. Like All Might is just like a natural born hero even without the power. Right. So like they put that same Superman respect on him. And I think that's what they trying to pull out of Deku. Is like, yo, this nigga got that I am here mentality. I don't think Deku is the best, but I do think Deku is the best All Might legacy holder. He's a fanboy and he jumps into the fray.
See, okay, so basically, like you're saying, is basically the same reason why you're saying like Chisaki couldn't hold One for All or whatever.
Exactly, Chisaki wouldn't continue the legacy the way All for One wanted it to be.
Yeah, I see.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that nigga All Might was like, damn, I want a nigga that's here like me. Even because if you think when All Might trained him, he even trained him and say, hey, he's like, when you go out there, I want you to say, like, I am here. Announce to the world that I am here. That nigga All Might want his legacy to continue.
That's a good point. I'll give you that. I can see that.
And Lemillion got it out the mud too hard. All Might was like, I don't want no nigga that be grinding like that.
He was going to be a better All Might than him, bro. Yeah. That's low-key some Black Clover royalty hoe shit. He was like, this nigga got it from the mud. I'm not going to give him the respect.
Yeah.
Of giving him that power. And Night was on there. Night was like, yo, this nigga came from the mud. Give him the power.
Night was like, bro, I can see the future, nigga. It's him, dog. And I was like, nah, this nigga gonna drown out my motherfucking legacy,
right.
bro.
He like, fuck the future.
Bum ass nigga.
He like, fuck the future. Wow. Crazy. All right.
But can you blame him? I'm just saying, can you blame him? What do most men seek? Legacy.
I mean, it's valid. It's very selfish of him, but yes, I totally understand. I get it. Last part, I guess, really, before we hit the closing statements is, do y'all got any questions, man? It's fan question time. Last 5 minutes or 4 minutes now. Let's hit it. What y'all got? You think All Might salty Daiku? Oh, I said Daiku. That's a weird name for Deku.
You read the manga?
Deku might be better with more powers.
I feel like All Might was very much prepared to teach Deku how to be another All Might. The moment that nigga got other powers, that nigga was like, "Yo, I'm gonna start helping everybody else get better too." You notice that shit? As soon as Deku got a second power, then All Might want to start training other people
Oh
too.
yeah,
That nigga All Might was like, "Bro, I don't know what the fuck going on with you, nigga."
you got to spread them legacy seeds, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's basically gonna be in everybody's story at the end of the day. Like Bakugo, who's gonna probably be like number 2, number 3 hero, will be like, All Might help me out too. Todoroki maybe might not have that saying, but low key, I think he did talk to him like once or something, and All Might said some shit to him, so he got that on his story belt.
Yeah, I feel like as far as like legacy wise, nah, I think because he know the nature of the power is to become better anyway. So I think he was already prepared, like, yo, Deku gonna be better than me. So now he just like dope, like that nigga gonna be way better than me. Like this nigga got 6 quirks. If
But the
I had
thing
six
is,
quirks, I wouldn't have quit.
yeah, I still feel like the amazing part is just that the nigga has 6 quirks, because once again, quirks is still low key shitty.
Boop.
uh,
But when you add the one for all, bro, they power up, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what the power up is though. Like, I'm guessing the like perspective of like what the future potential of Deku will be. I can see all of those things being broken, but at least from what I've seen from Black Whip so far and what I've seen from Float so far, I'm pretty mad on it, bro. Most heroes can fly. Most
Yeah.
heroes that aren't in My Hero Academia
But
can
like,
fly, bro.
yeah,
Imagine what it would look
yeah.
like in Marvel or DC if these Japanese niggas was getting hype off one nigga
He can
being able to
fly.
float and having
I'm like,
super
look,
strength. Like,
if you think about it, low key, that nigga can do less shit than Iron Man right
that's what I'm
now.
saying. I'm like, super strength is like almost a default superpower in Marvel. I feel like almost every Marvel hero has super strength somehow under their like belt of shit.
But now, hear me out though. This is what Deku really is. Imagine if you saw Spider Man and you like, oh shit, Spider Man ain't got shit to swing on. He about to fall. Then that nigga start floating. You will be like, yo, this nigga Spider Man start flying.
I was
That's low key what happened, bro. He
I
was Spider Man,
uh
and then he start flying, and he floated everybody else with him. That's kind of hard.
I feel you, but I still feel like you thinking in the perspective of the My Hero verse. Where like, yes, that's like amazing, but I feel like just when you borrow from that superhero type of storytelling, my mind is always gonna go DC Marvel, and basically you not even getting off the corner as a hero
Right.
with Deku's power set. Let alone let's talk about the other niggas in the goddamn hero
Hey, this is
world.
what I gotta say right now. I'm gonna say this right now in front of everybody. All Might may not be the most powerful hero out there when we compare this nigga to like Marvel and DC and shit. But All Might is definitely the most efficient hero. That nigga brought crime rate down to like 20% or
Yeah,
some shit. That nigga locked down a whole motherfucking country.
yeah. I
Can't
mean,
nobody tell me shit. Because niggas is still getting shot in Gotham.
he sponsored
Motherfuckers still getting robbed in Metropolis.
All Might is
Not All Might block.
All Might is sponsored by a lot of insurance companies. Like, insurance companies love All Might. I'll put it that way. They'd be like, "Oh, All Might's running that block. Okay, cool. Our property's all right."
He said Ant Man was like but will Lemillion or but with Lemillion have been able to unlock the vestiges.
Hell
I'm
yeah, he
guessing.
would have been. And why I say that is I think that Lumillion has a personality that them niggas will fuck with. Period. Like, he's just like, oh, this nigga's from the come up. All those heroes have basically been around in times where they had to struggle. Plus, his quirk fits that. He was a
Power
nigga with a
shittier
shitty quirk that he built it to greatness.
That's what I'm gonna say. I think I'm still holding out for my theory that Deku is actually special, and like because of a secret quirk maybe he had, or maybe his lineage, that Deku, was able to open these quirks. Like we know that My Hero is super influenced by Star Wars. I wouldn't be surprised if All for One is Deku's dad. I think Deku is special, which is why he opened these quirks.
Yeah. I mean, ignoring that theory, I still think that Lumillion will be able to get that shit. I buy the theory. I'm just saying, if that theory didn't exist, I would think, like, until that gets confirmed, I'll say, I would think that if it was just some shit where you're just the right person and they'll show up to who they feel is the right person, then I think that Lemillion would see them. I honestly feel like All Might probably didn't see them because that nigga was cocky as fuck. Honestly, I think he felt like the strength he had was enough, and they was probably like, we don't need to talk to this nigga.
No, he saw him a little bit, but not that much.
Right. He was like,
they
no,
just popped up
the strength shit. The person probably tried to talk to him. He's like, "What's your quirk? Whip? I can't do shit with no whips, bro. I'm sorry, bro."
He's like, "Actually, I'm just good on the strength, bro. I'm good."
Pass. All right. I guess we are at the closing. So as usual, we started, I guess, since like, I don't know, a bunch of things ago. We'll end with some closing statements. So I don't know if you want to kick it off with your closing statement, Player 5.
You start one, so I see what's a good closing statement.
Let's see how I'm gonna go. My closing statement will be, Lumillion deserves all for one, and Chisaki deserves one for all. I'll put it that way.
Okay, that's your closing statement.
Yep.
Head ass. My closing statement is my nigga Asta about to knock some niggas out. and shit. Deku is here, nigga.
Wow.
He the carrier all for one, nigga. Get on board.
I got to follow up to my closing statement with also, don't sleep on Makarov or Genryusai Yamamoto. Them niggas go hard. I'm tired of the disrespect. We can disrespect Bleach all we want. We can disrespect Fairy Tail as a series all we want. But them niggas, don't disrespect the old guys in the series. They ain't do nothing to you. They ain't do nothing to y'all.
In the reverse of that, please add more disrespect on Lockrock. Yes, he is 100%. A black man, but we can't let every nigga get through with some bullshit just because they black. And he where I'm putting my motherfucking foot down. That nigga gets blocked.
Right?
Trash.
All right, then. Well, we're done, y'all. We'll catch y'all next Thursday for another live stream. Before we go, though, I just want to let y'all know, as usual, every year we do an anime and manga awards. Be on the lookout for the nominees / awards that we're giving out this year, sometime this month. We'll probably post it on our social media so you guys can vote. We'll probably talk about it a little bit on the live streams as well. But I just want to make people aware. You know, it's December, coming to the end of the year. We got to give out some goofies and some MVPs. Other than that, good night.